Hello everyone, welcome to Sorcerer's classes. This is Tushar Shaw, and in this video we will be continuing the JAM 2019 question paper that we were solving since the last many videos. Okay, so only the NAT question of the 2 marks part is left. Those are of 10 questions and would require just 2 videos as such. Okay, so in 2 videos we'll be completing this set and then we'll be moving to gate question papers. Okay, so yeah, so let us look at the first question of this video, that is question number 51. It says the ionization energy of hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volt. Okay, and the first ionization energy of sodium atom is 5.1 ev. Okay, so energy of any level is equal to 13.6 into z square by n square. Okay, we are excluding the minus sign over here. So for hydrogen the orbit is first, so one is over here, and H is also atomic number is also one, so one is also over here also. Okay, so we get for E for H is equal to 13.6. Okay, now again in the formula for sodium it is given that the EH value is 5.1 electron volt is equal to 13.6 into z square by n square. We have to calculate the z square, that is the effective nuclear charge. Okay, we have to calculate the value of z. Now what would be the value of n? We are talking about sodium atom. Okay, so the first ionization energy of the sodium atom. Okay, so the number of orbit, the first orbit there are 2 electrons, in the second orbit there are 8 electrons, in the third orbit there is 1 electron, and the removal of this electron is the first ionization potential that we are talking about. Okay, so this is the third orbit. Okay, so n will be equal to 3, that is equal to 9, that is 3 square. 3 square is equal to 9. Or if you get the z square value over here, it is calculated to be uh, the 3.375 375, and if you just take the square root of that, we will be getting 1.837 as your answer. Okay, so obviously the number says to round up to one decimal place, so you will be rounding this off to 1.8. Okay, so 1.8 will be your answer in the chat box, will be that is given in the question paper. Okay, so this will be your answer. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, so this is question number 52. It says that 1 mole of an ideal gas is subjected to the isothermal increase in pressure from 100 kilopascal to 1000 kilopascal at 300 degrees Celsius, 300 Kelvin. Okay, so the change in Gibbs free energy of the system is yeah. So for here the ideal gas is considered. So let me write on the quickly the formula for delta change in delta G. That is the delta G value at constant temperature. Okay, isothermal increase is given, so the temperature must be constant. It is equal to nRT ln P2 by P1. Okay, so putting the formulas over here, 1 mole is given. We are taking all values in joules, so 8.3. Now in the question it is given that the gas constant needs to be considered into that is 8.3 and not 8.314, which is the fundamental value that we know. So we will be considering their value, which is 8.13 8.3 into T is given 300 Kelvin. Okay, ln P2 is 1000 kilopascal. Okay, divide by P1 is started from 100 kilopascal. Okay, so let us calculate the value. Uh, so ln 1000 by 100, which is, if we just cancel this out, ln 10. So ln 10 is equal to 2.303 into 300 into 8.3. Okay, so we have to calculate the value in obviously in one decimal place. Okay, so yeah, so my value is the value that I have obtained is 5.5733 5733.437 uh, joule per mole Okay, so if we round this off to like for kilojoule, so we will be getting 5.73 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so it is set to round off to one decimal place, so we will be writing 5.7 in the chat box that is given in the question paper. Okay, so that so 5.7 will be the correct answer over there. Okay, moving on to the next question that we have, that is question number 53. It says 1 liter of an aqueous solution of urea solution contains 6 gram of urea. Okay, so 1 liter of aqueous solution of solution contains 6 gram of urea. So and molecular weight of urea is 60 degree, 60 gram. Okay, so number of moles of urea is equal to 6 gram by 60 gram, that is equal to zero point 0.1 mole. Okay, so so therefore the concentration of urea would be zero point 0.1 mole per. This is the 1 liter solution is taken, so zero point 0.1 mole per liter is the concentration of urea. The osmotic pressure of the solution at 300 Kelvin is, so we know the formula for osmotic pressure is equal to pi is equal to CRT. Okay, where C is the concentration, R is the gas constant, and T is the temperature. Pi is the osmotic pressure over here. Okay, so we have to calculate pi. Concentration is found out to be 0.1 moles per liter, mole liter inverse, into uh, R is given to be 8.3 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Okay, and T where that is the temperature is given to be 300 Kelvin. Okay, so we cancel out Kelvin over here, we cancel out mole over here. Okay, we have joule liter inverse. Okay, which is equal to Pascal. Okay, or obviously kilopascal we may say. So let us calculate this value firstly. So 0.1 into 8.3 into, so 0.1 into 8.3 into 300. Okay, it is it comes to be whether 249. Okay, so in the option this comes in kilopascal obviously. So in the chat box you will be writing 249 as the correct answer, because in the question you can see that it is said to round off to one decimal place obviously. Okay, so we will be having 249 point, the answer that I have got is 249. Well, I have not got exactly. I have got just 249 only. So in that this case scenario, I have explained you in the while solving the JAM 2020 paper, that if you got an answer as an integer, and if you have if the question demands to have the answer between in one decimal place, then you just give a decimal and 0 and add this totally to your chat box. Okay, you must not leave this decimal mark, or you will get the, you will even after getting this answer right, you won't be getting the marks. Okay, so the 249 would be the 249.0 would be the answer that you will be writing in the chat box. Okay, moving on to the next question, that is question number 54. It says that the first order reflection of X-ray 220 plane. Okay, the first order reflection of 220 plane of a crystal is observed at the glancing angle of 22 degree. Okay, so the wavelength of the X-ray that is used is dash picometer. Okay, so in this case we have to use the Bragg's law. Okay, Bragg's law and the powder formula combined. Okay, powder formula combined. Okay, so this combined formula is given as sine square theta is equal to lambda square by 4a square into h square plus k square plus l square. Okay, now putting the values over here, sine square theta is equal to, we have the value of theta to be 22 degree. Okay, so sine square 22 degree is equal to lambda square by 4 into the value of edge length is given to be 361 picometer. Okay, picometer, that is 10 to the power minus 12 meter. Okay, so 361 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter square. Okay, So obviously, and the value of h, k, and l. So the plane that is given is 2, 2, 0 plane. Okay, so the value of h is 2, value of k is 2, and value of l is 0. Okay, 2 square plus 2 square plus 0 square. Okay, so from this you can calculate the value of lambda square. So let me just calculate it with my calculator. Yeah, so sine 22 is equal to this square of this is equal to, yeah, into 4 into 361 into 10 to the power minus 12 into 361 into 10 to the power minus 12. Okay, divide by 2 square plus 2 square is 4 plus 4 8. Okay, so we have got this answer. We will just root over the answer. So lambda square is equal to 9.14 into 10 to the power minus 21, 144. So lambda will be equal to, root over answer we get 9.56 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. Okay, all are in meter. Now we are expected to calculate the value in picometer. Okay, so giving this 10 to the power minus 12, we will be having 95.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter is equal to 95.6 picometer. Okay, so in the answer it is given that, it is given that to round off the answer to one decimal place. So 95.6 as it is there in my answer. So 9 in the chat box you will be writing 95.6 as your answer. Okay, so yeah, so this was all about this video. So we'll wrap this video up, and then we will be continuing the rest of the part for the next video, and then in the next video we'll be completing the JAM 2019 syllabus, not syllabus, the question paper. Okay, so thank you.